Ashley, yoo-hoo! You won the lottery. Money is no longer a concern. What are you going to do with it? On your paper, for once you get to write on my table. On your paper, I want you to take your marker. You can draw, you can write, 1 word, 2 words. What do you do with your money? What do you buy? What actions do you take quickly? Because we're only going to do about a minute.
I've seen that with the guy and he went up to social media and I was he was weird though. But he was really weird. He's like just as big, but he's he wasn't awkward
Alright, so here we go. Tell me, somebody share real quick. Come on, share. Come on, share with me, Zach.
I would help a third world country.
Okay, you're going to do humanitarian work. Very good. Come on. You are usually up for coffee. Come on.
Put a portion of it in my church.
Donate to the church. Very good. Come on, somebody else. Come on, be selfish. Come on, you know you're going to do something with it. Come on, Chris.
Open a business to make more money.
Chris is going to make more money. Come on, Ashley, since you also had your hand up.
Oh, what am I going to say that? I would buy like a whole garage and just fill them up with cars. Like
Garage with cars. Alright. Do you have a specific car in mind? It's going to be the very first one you get?
yeah, it's gonna be like the best one in the world.
Whatever that one is, alright? Come on, Clayton.
2014 model.
And what do you do with that? Do you fish? Do you ski? Do you just
Fish.
You gonna fish? That's what you're gonna do the rest of the days is fish.
Yeah, but put up the money, and the rest of it's gonna be for entering in church.
Okay, very good.
I would have
Oh, okay. And are you going to? It's gonna be like a bunch of land, and you'll let them roam free, and it'll be a happy place. Very good. All right. You and I both know that there are people that have the ability to buy and to do the things that you have on your tables, right? Right? There are people who spend lots and lots of money without a lot of care. We're going to find out a story today about a man who started out in that kind of life, who started out with all of his wishes being met, and then he made some changes, all right? So what does that tie into, and what are we going to do today? So according to the board today, we're going to trace the origins of Buddhism, all right? So we're actually still within our study of religion, all right? So on your desk, you have 3 colored cards. I need you to leave them face down. I need you to spread them out on the table, mix them all up. We're going to fan them out, we're going to pick them, and I want you to pick a card, read your card, using your card, using the blank side of your card, that's where you're going to answer it. Alright, so on your table, also in the middle, are your stories about the life of Buddha. So what I want you to do is to read your story quietly. On the back of your card, I want you to answer your question. Okay, are we ready? Yeah? Alright, so in a round robin, starting with chair number 2. 3. Let me see. Well, we're going to start with the first. I think we have everyone in the chair 1. So in seat 1, I want seat 1 to go, and I want you to read your question, and I want you to tell the answer. All right, so we're going to do a round robin. So read your question and tell your group your answer. So let's go. Start. Okay, so if we have any group not have an opportunity to do a round robin.
Everybody's gone through.
Okay, so you've just started the story of Buddha, which is the founder of Buddhism. So you should now have the hearth, correct? You should have the origin of the date, and you should have a little bit of information now about Buddha. But I'm not ready to talk with you yet about the story of Buddha. This is what I want you to do as a group. Most of you have lots of space in the middle of your table, correct, where we've not written yet. All right, this is what I want you to do. As a group, as a table, I want you to go through the story of Buddha. What happened to him? How did he go from being the very rich prince? Because he has what's on your table, doesn't he? Right now, for most of you, now those of you with my humanitarian ideas, not so much yet. Right now, Buddha has, as the prince, he has everything. And his folks make sure he has every want, every desire. He has a beautiful wife, he has all this stuff. But Buddha's not really happy right now. The prince is not really happy, he's not really satisfied. So I want to know how the prince went from being this wealthy individual to giving it up and becoming Buddha. All right? So what you're going to do as a group, you're going to retell his story, writing it and or drawing. You can do a mixture. All of you must participate and get that story in the middle. All right? Got it? How much time are we going to need? 2 minutes? You think it's going to take that long? You want to start with 10, and then we'll increase? All right, we'll set the timer for 10. Let's go. Okay, so the chicken has spoken. So we're going to take what you have on your tables, and we're going to recreate the story on our board. All right? So I need one table to volunteer for us to start and get a part of his life going. Come on, Gracie. Come on, so you gotta come to the board and write or draw.
Oh. Awesome. Here, Gracie. Come in.
Oh, Grace, you're probably going to have to change the pen color. I think you're on white. And it may be really big, Gracie, so you may want to scoot the size of your pen down. We're going to start there. All of his life he was given something, everything he wanted for free. Who gave it to him? His dad. All right. Why did his dad give him everything for free? So what was he trying to do in essence? A great king? So he was trying to protect him from something? All right, we're going to do stand up, hand up, pair up. So you know you're going to stand up. You're going to put your hand up. You're going to walk around until I tell you to stop. And then you're going to partner up. Here we go. And move. All right. So you shared with your partners the things that your parents are trying to protect them from. Starting back with my original closest to the ground partner, I want you to answer the question that, do you think they're right to do this, Waterline? Are they right? Go.
You don't want to do that.
Switch. Have y'all switched? Yeah. All right, go back to your seats. All right, signal. Who wants to share? Come on.
Okay, Destiny.
All right, Destiny.
Destiny said her parents are favorite so many people in the world.
Okay. Does she think that's a good deal? Yes. Very good. All right. Somebody else. Come on, Trace. Who's your partner? Chris. Which Chris?
Oh, Wisdom,
Okay.
he said they were trying to, he's growing up.
Okay. Does he think that's a good thing?
Yes, he said it's real scary.
It builds character. Very good. Very good. One more. Mackenzie. Who's your partner? And Jonathan's parents are trying to protect him from?
The pain of losing his dog.
And this represents how his dad wants him to follow in his footsteps, and he splits off and goes on a different path.
Very good. You want to go next, Jonathan? All right, pass it on to Jonathan. Very good. All right, so today we're going to do the sequel from yesterday's. This is part 2 of the origins of Buddhism. Yesterday when we left out, we had jumped ahead a little bit in the story, and so you all said we got to back up and put some things in. So where we had gone, let's just kind of review just a moment. Where we had gone was that the prince had gotten everything he ever wanted. His dad gave it to him. Y'all remind me, why was Daddy giving him everything he wanted? Trey?
He says wealthy.
That's right, so he'd follow in his footsteps. And he wanted him to be a great what?
Yeah.
King, and not a holy man. That's right. So he came to a crossroads, and the path, this is the path his daddy wanted him to go on. However, the prince is not happy with that path, is he? He's finding that there are some things in his life he's not satisfied with, and so he may actually take another route. All right, but we haven't got there. And so then we jumped way ahead of the story, and we went with the 6 holy men. Here we've got 5, but I think it's 6 total. Yeah. So one is off taking a break. That'll be all right. So let's back up and let's get some things in place. Okay? Anybody want to get us back to where we're at? All right, come on, Clayton. Who can come fill in? We're here. He's met the four people at the gates. He's been inspired. He's gone out and he's seen these people. What happens next? Who wants to come? Come on, don't be shy. Nobody? Y'all need to go up and look at your table. Are you ready? Okay, there we go. Who? Remember, I like my W's. Who started? And what do we call him? Buddha. That's exactly right. All right, and it's I don't know if we really brought this out, but a lot of the bless you. The understanding for people who practice Buddhism is through meditation. That's a huge part of their studies of their culture. All right. So your last little assignment, which you're going to turn in. All right. It's an individual deal, and when I put it up, and I want you to, when you finish it, you're only writing your answer, but you know that your opening statement must reflect what the topic is, right? I want you to fold it. The basket is not back in the back today, so if you'll come and put it in the podium. All right, so your question for the day. Nowadays, this is the quote. Nowadays, many people in the West try not to think about getting old and dying, and spend most of their lives blinding themselves to suffering with trivial pleasures. We need to slow down and face up to the reality of old age and death if we are to have a meaningful life. That's my quote. My question to you is, do you agree or disagree with the quote if it explains your answer? Yes.
We have to write the quote
You don't have to write the quote, just make sure that, once again, in your opening statement, you reflect